Bottle gourd. I sow bottle gourd seeds directly into paper cup. I water my growing media after planting. Please maintain soil moisture until seeds sprout. The ideal temperature for bottle gourd seed germination is between 24 degrees Celsius and 29 degrees Celsius. Daytime growing temperature for bottle gourd is 30 degrees Celsius to 35 degrees Celsius. Night temperature for growing bottle gourd are about 18 to 22 degrees Celsius. Hot and moist climate is favorable for bottle gourd cultivation. I grow my plants in tropical climate. Seeds start to germinate. This what bottle gourd cotyledon look like. My minimum temperature when growing bottle gourd is 24 degrees Celsius. My maximum temperature when growing bottle gourd is 33 degrees Celsius. My average humidity when growing bottle gourd are about 85%. True leaf start to emerge. Bottle gourd hardy in zones 10 to 12 USDA. Bottle gourd is an annual herbaceous plant. Bottle gourd is propagate by seeds. Bottle gourd seeds encased in hard shell. You can do seed scarification to increase seed germination rate. In commercial farm setting, scarification is often used to facilitate the controlled and uniform germination of seed. In this video I didn't use any scarification techniques. Transfer my plant to bigger container. When you propagate bottle gourd by seeds, it is common to have some seeds fail to germinate. Success germination rate depend on seeds quality, seed age, moisture, light and temperature. For me, on average, bottle gourd seed viability are about 2 years. Bottle gourd seed viability is greatly affected by its quality at the time of collection, its treatment between collection, storage and the conditions in which it is stored. Depending on your growth zone climate, midsummer is the best time to plant bottle gourd. Bottle gourd can be grown year-round in tropical climates. If growing bottle gourd in the garden bed, space plants 100 centimeters apart. Bottle gourd also suitable to grow in the container. Bottle gourd prefer to grow in full sun. Bottle gourd need at least 8 hours of sun to thrive. Bottle gourd can tolerate some shade but prefer to grow in full sun. Growing bottle gourd in shaded areas will risk you too much moisture and contribute to fungus or rot. In my climate, I grow my plant in full sun location. Growing media I use for growing my plant contain cocoa peat, red burn soil, micro, fine sand, old humus and charcoal. You can use any growing medium that suits your needs. As long you use well-drained soil to grow bottle gourd, you will be fine. Additionally, if at all possible, please ensure that your growing media are sterile and clean. A clean and sterile growing medium will minimize the spread of both diseases and pests. Putting up supports so that my plant can climb. Bottle gourd plants have weak stems, thus they are unable to grow upright on their own. Bottle gourd is a plant of the Cucurbitaceae family, which includes cucumbers. Bottle gourd is native to tropical Africa but cultivated in warm climates around the world. Soil pH for growing bottle gourd are from 6 to 7 pH. My soil pH when I try to grow bottle gourd are about 7 pH. Soil pH is a measure of the acidity or alkalinity of soils. On the pH scale, pH 7 is neutral. Below 7 pH, it is acidic, and above 7 pH, it is basic or alkaline. Soil pH affects the nutrients available for plant growth. In highly acidic soil, aluminum and manganese can become more available and more toxic to plants, while calcium, phosphorus, and magnesium are less available to plants. For example, soils with a pH less than 4.6 are too acidic for most plants. In highly alkaline soil, phosphorus and most micronutrients become less available. Without an adequate supply of phosphorus, plant growth is diminished and maturity delayed and yield reduced. At 7.5 pH, iron availability becomes a problem on alkaline soil. In plant nutrition, iron is required for photosynthesis and chlorophyll synthesis. 8.3 pH and above are too alkaline for most plants to grow. The majority of plants are grown in a pH range of 6 pH to 7.5 pH. It is helpful to check the soil pH as different plants thrive in different soil pH ranges. You can measure your soil's pH by using pH meters. Container size I use to grow bottle gourd, height 31 centimeters and width 34 centimeters. You also can grow bottle gourd in bigger container than mine. The bigger the container, the bigger the root system that will develop and will result in a bigger plant. Please make sure your container have good drainage when growing bottle gourd. A waterlogged container will promote root rot. For me, the advantage of growing in containers is gives me more control over sunlight, moisture, and temperature. For this growing season, on average, my water usage is about 1,500 milliliters. Water usage depends on container size, container type, weather, and climate you live in. This is female bottle gourd flower. Bottle gourd plants produce male and female flower. The male flowers are on long pedicels while the female flowers are on short pedicels. Females flower start blooming. It is also a good time to do manual pollination. To produce fruit, bottle gourd need to be hand pollinated. I don't use manual pollination for this flower. This is male bottle gourd flower. If you wait natural pollination to occur sometime it become too late and the flowers just fall off or rot away. Bottle gourd water preference are moderate watering. If you can, please avoid watering in the evening since at night, water tends to rest in the soil, around the roots, which encourages fungal growth and insects infestation. Your water usage may be different than mine and depending on your conditions, you may have to water as often as twice a day. Remove rotting fruit. I start using fertilizer on my plant after 2 weeks of growing. After that, I fertilize my plant every 2 weeks. I use liquid fertilizer for my plant. You are free to use any fertilizer that is convenient for you. Please read the instructions carefully before starting to use any fertilizers. Some sign of over-fertilizer are defoliation and browning leaf tips, very slow or no growth, yellowing and wilting of lower leaf. Remove another rotting fruit. To do manual pollination from flower to flower, the pollen must transfers from the male to female flowers. The pollination process happens when stamen and stigma contact with each other. Sometimes hand pollination can occasionally fail. Second flower manual pollination. Usually manual pollination is used when the pollinators is not around due to raining season, temperature too high, growing in greenhouse or uses of pesticides. The female flower becomes swollen, indicating that pollination was successful. In optimal growing condition, bottle gourd may be harvested 60 to 75 days after sowing. The fruit should be harvested when the bottle gourd has a smooth skin and pale green in color. Bottle gourd, like other members of the Cucurbitaceae family, contain cucurbitacins, which at high concentrations are known to be cytotoxic. The tetracyclic triterpenoid cucurbitacins present in fruits and vegetables of the cucumber family are responsible for the bitter taste and could cause stomach ulcers. The toxic cases are usually due to the gourd being used to make juice, which the drinkers described as being unusually bitter. To harvest bottle gourd, use scissors to cut them off the stem. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe for more videos.